Hi everyone, my name is Roman. I'm a licensed personal trainer with over 16 years of experience working as a licensed personal trainer. I also have 14 years of experience being an athlete, playing track, basketball, football, swimming, soccer, a little bit of martial arts, just basic stuff. So just want to make this video for those who are trying to lose weight. It's a weight loss workout. From what I learned from my experience, I'm 44 years old and obviously I have a lot of experience. Just want to mention there is a lot of information on the internet regarding weight loss, and some of this information is correct and a lot of it's not correct. So you have to know really like your source and just read the reviews, read the certifications that this person has, even just see if this person is certified of what they're talking about, even if it's true. So make sure it's a good source of information that you're reading or watching the video, and make sure that person is even certified and licensed in the field that they're telling you about, right? So let's just start. So the first thing you need for weight loss is to cut down on your calories. You will need to cut out all the sugar, all the carbs that are not natural, like pizza, spaghetti, macaroni, white bread, all the junk food, chips, pretty much all the good tasty stuff. So this diet might sound a little bit bland, but hey, if you want to lose weight, that's what you have to do. You have to sacrifice some things when you want to lose weight, right? So what you should be eating is, you should be eating fruits, vegetables. So first you start with fruits, and then you wait for maybe 10 minutes, and then you eat your vegetables. However, you can mix vegetables with fats and proteins and carbohydrates, but you cannot, I'm going to repeat myself, you cannot mix fruits with anything else. Fruits is a dessert. It's supposed to be eaten either 1 hour before or 1 hour after your meal. And the liquids as well. You should drink water or tea or juice before you eat the fruits. So the first thing what you do is you start with drinking as much water as you can, like a 1 cup or 2 cups or 3 cups, as much as you can to become full, right? So this will prevent you from overeating, because you will actually drink a lot of water and you're not going to be as hungry, right? So that's the key. So you want to fill up your stomach with healthy food or stuff, or like fruits, vegetables, to get full, so that way your stomach feels full and you're not hungry anymore. So the first thing you want to do is you want to drink water or tea or juice, preferably not alcohol, because that's obviously bad for many reasons. We're not going to go into that right now. So first you drink the liquids, then you wait for maybe 10 minutes, and then you eat the fruits, as many fruits as you can afford. Berries, whatever, apples, any type of fruits. Then after that, you could start eating the proteins and the carbs and the fats. So those also should be separated and eaten separately. So let's say if you have like a burger, right? So American diet is not healthy. It's like the whole thing is just not healthy. So when you have like a burger or a hot dog, for example, you're mixing carbs with proteins, like meat, right? Hot dog is a meat and a burger is a meat. It's protein source. So that's not supposed to be mixed with carbs. And you might say that I'm crazy. Yeah, like this doesn't sound normal. How can I eat the burger without the bun, right? But that's because our society from day one, it just became unhealthy for some reason. I'm guessing it's because of the marketing. So there's a lot of marketing behind it, because the burger is not going to taste right without the bun, right? So that's why they mix everything together. But the reason why you shouldn't mix it together is because for every category of food, like the fats, proteins, carbohydrates that you mix together or that you eat and swallow, and it goes into your digestion system, right? Into your stomach, your digestive system has to create a different type of acid to break down those carbs or those proteins and those fats. But for every category of those foods, your digestive system has to create a different acid. So what happens if you mix all of them together, like in a garbage can, everybody goes in and throws everything in there, then your digestive system is not going to be able to mix, or your digestive system is not going to be able to create like 4 different, let's say you mix everything, fruits, vegetables, fats, carbs, and proteins all in one. You got like 5 category of foods, right, in your stomach. So your body is not going to be able to create 5 different acids in your stomach or I guess you want to call it like digestive juices, to break this down. So it's only going to create like maybe, let's say 3 or 2. So what happens with the rest of this foods in your stomach? They're just going to sit there and your stomach will try to digest them for a long time. However, whatever is left over that cannot be digested is going to go into like waste, right? It's going to clog up your colon. It's going to go into your arteries, veins, and your joints. And it's going to clog up your body, and it's going to go into your fat. Your body is going to turn this into fat. So what you want to do is, if you have time, and this takes a longer time, obviously. So if you are on your lunch break, you won't be able to really follow this. So my suggestion is just, for example, bring, let's say like, for example, just bring like a serving of fruits. Bring a water bottle, so you'll drink your water, wait for like 5-10 minutes, and then you could eat your fruits. And then you could, let's say you brought like a little jar of rice. So you could eat the rice and then wait for 10 minutes, and then you could eat, let's say you brought like a piece of steak or fish or something, or chicken. And you could eat that 10 minutes later. So this way you're giving your digestive system a chance to break it down, and nothing gets left over in your stomach that's just just garbage, just waste. So that's your nutrition. So you should also stay away, like I said, from sugar. Only eat natural carbs, which means you should eat grains like rice, preferably brown rice. You should eat like quinoa, couscous, buckwheat, oatmeal, cereal. What else? Like grits. Stuff like that. So like natural carbs. These are natural carbs that have a little bit of protein. And natural carbs, they're still alive, they're still natural. So your body is gonna it's not gonna gain weight from that. It's gonna actually receive all the nutrients and just in general get well and better, right? So those are the type of carbs you want to eat. If you want to eat bread, you should only eat like the dark bread, it's called like pumpernickel or like rye bread. The darker the better, because the white bread and the white sugar have been cleaned by machines and filters to make it white. It has no nutritional value. You're just eating empty dead carbs. So you shouldn't eat white bread at all. And so try also to stay away from dairy products like milk, cheesecakes, pizza, and cheese. Like maybe eat like a little bit of it, maybe like once a week, like on your cheat day. You could eat like a little bit, but not on daily basis. So cut all those out. Also cut out any soda pop or soda, because it's just poison mixed with sugar. Cut out all the alcohol. Maybe you could have like a glass of wine, a few times a week, and that's about it. Also, do not eat meat every day, because meat is a very slow digesting protein, and it's going to take about 24 to 48 hours to digest one meal of protein that's made from meat. I recommend sticking to fish, because fish, it's also protein that's similar to meat, but it's not. It's a much faster digesting animal protein, or similar to it. It's like plasma, right? So I suggest eating meat, eating not meat. I'm sorry, eating fish. Just eating fish, and maybe not more than 2 times a week. Maybe 3 times a week. That also depends what type of lifestyle you live. So if you, let's say, if you're walking all the time and you're an athlete, or you're like a bodybuilder, then you could get away with eating fish every day and eating meat like every other day because you're burning a lot of calories. Or let's say if you're like a marathon runner, or let's say if you work as like security guard and you're walking around for 8 hours checking buildings, you're burning like thousands of calories, right, per week. So you need to replenish that. So for you, that's different. You could actually eat like meat maybe every other day. But if you're sitting in the office, if you're like sedentary office worker who doesn't burn any calories, you should not eat meat more than twice a week. So maybe try, if you're a person that sits a lot and you don't really get a lot of movement or walking, you should eat fish once a week and meat once a week. Maximum, you could eat fish twice a week and meat once a week, because it's going to take 24 to 48 hours to digest that meat. But the fish obviously gets digested much faster, maybe like 2 times faster than meat. So try to eat more fish than meat. Also, if you're not allergic to nuts, try to buy like walnuts, almonds, hazelnuts, cashews, pine nuts, macadamia nuts, Brazil nuts, all the nuts besides peanuts, because peanuts it's beans, so it's actually going to make you gain weight, because it's a bean family. So stay away from peanuts. You could also eat some beans as your protein as well, right? So those are not bad. Just don't eat too many peanuts, because it's going to actually put on weight on you, right? As a matter of fact, bodybuilders actually eat a lot of peanuts and a lot of peanut butter. Some bodybuilders eat like a whole jar of peanut butter per day, which is very bad for your liver and your kidneys. It's very heavy to digest. So try not to eat peanut butter or peanuts. Stick to almond butter or like sunflower seed butter. So also try to replace your meat and your dairy products with nuts, and make sure they're raw and not salted, because you don't want to eat salted foods, because that's going to raise your blood pressure and it's going to crystallize your arteries and veins. And I'm not sure if you've ever seen like fish that's been salted and it's all like dried and cracked and cured with salt. So you actually want to stay away from salt. Stay away from salt, and make sure they're not fried, because if they're fried, I'm sorry, not fried, but pretty much all the nuts have to be raw. Yep. So they have to be raw and unsalted. So try to replace meat with nuts. Just buy like 5 different boxes of nuts and eat a handful of each throughout the day. And that's going to fill you up for like the rest of the day. I guarantee you that. So also drink tea, water, juice, but don't really drink too much juice if it's not natural, because it has a lot of sugar. And obviously if you drink sugar, it's going to actually make you gain weight, right? So stay away from sugar. If you're addicted to sugar, you could actually eat fruits and stuff like that, and maybe like a little bit of honey, and maybe like a teaspoon of honey per day to get your sugar fix, right? So I think I covered most of the nutrition here, actually. So let's actually move on to the workout, because I don't want to make this video too long. So how to work out. So in order to lose weight, you have to hit all of your major muscle groups in one day. What I mean by major muscle groups: your biggest muscles in the body is legs, back, chest and shoulders, and abdominals. So you want to hit your all those muscle groups in one day. So you'll start with a warm up, like you'll walk for 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Then you will do legs, preferably squats and lunges. And what you want to do is you want to do 15 reps of 2 sets, at least 2 sets per every exercise. You could even do 3 sets. So the more the better. It's gonna depend on your energy level, on your age, and your injury level. So I would recommend doing 2 to 3 sets of 15 reps per every exercise with light weight. You don't want to go heavy with the weight because you don't want to ruin your joints. But that's a whole different video that I'm going to make later regarding heavy weight. Yep, so start with legs, and then do your chest, like bench press or dumbbell chest press or push-ups. If you can't do push-ups on the floor, you could do push-ups from the wall, and then kind of work your way up, and eventually in like a few weeks or a few months you'll be able to do push-ups on the floor. So after you do your chest, which is push-ups, then you will do your back, which means like you could do one-handed rows, just regular rows, or standing rows, cable rows, or if you can, you could do pull-ups and chin-ups. That's the best back workout ever. But a lot of people in this society are overweight, especially in Europe and the United States, especially in the United States. So we're just too fat. We're too big, too heavy, too fat. So we can't do pull-ups and chin-ups. So which is really sad, because that's the best exercise to build muscle and to lose weight. Because in one shot, in one exercise, you work 132 muscles in your upper body. And which is very important. For example, if you fall into a hole and you can't pull up your weight, you can't do a pull-up or chin-up, you won't be able to climb out, and you're going to die in that hole. So that's very important. Yeah, so after back, you should do shoulders. You could do shoulder presses with dumbbells or barbells. And then you'll do front arm raises with dumbbells, side raises, and upright rows. And then after shoulders, you can actually move on to do your abs. You could do some sit-ups, like leg raises. And then after that, you could repeat the whole circuit from the beginning. If you're not tired, you could do another circuit. So you should work out about for 1 hour, like 1 hour. And you should only take 30-second breaks between every set. And remember, I told you gotta do 2 sets of 2 or 3 sets of 15. And between every set, you should only take 30-second rest. You should only rest for 30 seconds. So you shouldn't really work out more than like an hour and a half, because once you work out for more than 1 hour, you start to lose your creatine levels, and you start to lose your HGH, the human growth hormone levels. You start to lose those, and you start to get tired. And then at that point, you're starting to burn muscle and fat and bone density. So you kind of want to stick to maybe like an hour and a half of weightlifting, and then you could do like 1 hour of walking, just doing cardio. So remember, I'm going to mention that's very important. Remember, there has to be a balance. What I mean by balance is, let's say if you were sitting for 5 hours watching TV, you'll have to actually move around or exercise or walk around or doing something that involves like moving around, walking, whatever, laundry, just doing chores around the house. So you should be moving for 5 hours after you've been sitting for 5 hours. The same thing goes on opposite note. If you've been walking for 5 hours, then you should take a rest and sit down for like 4 hours or 5 hours. It should be like 50-50, right? So the more you start to get away from this balance of 50-50, the more trouble you start to get into. Then people start to gain weight, or they start like marathon runners, for example. Like, they run too much and they look like skeletons because they're just burning too much fat, too much muscle, and too much bone density, so they become very skinny because they're going away from this 50-50 split, right? So like I said, if you've been walking for 5 hours or 8 hours, you should be sitting and resting for the same amount of time. If you've been sitting for 8 hours or 5 hours or whatever it is, you should be moving around and doing cardio and working out for something close to that amount. So the farther you go away from this balance, the more weight you're going to lose, or the more weight you're going to burn, the more muscle you're going to lose, or the more fat you're going to gain. It has to be as close as possible to 50-50. So that's the key. And unfortunately, in our society, it's very difficult, after you sit for 8 hours in an office working. By the time you get home, you might have like 1 hour commute, 1 hour to work. So that's already 10 hours you've been sitting in a train station or in your car. And then you only have like maybe 5 hours before you go to sleep, right? So I guess for those 5 hours, you should be on your feet the whole time, like doing laundry, playing with your kids, walking your dog, working out, exercising. You shouldn't come home after sitting for 8 hours and then just planting yourself on the couch and start stuffing your face and just sitting there and continue sitting. That's my point. You're going away from this 50-50 split. So let's say maybe, okay, so you said for 8 hours and you walked and exercised and moved around and did laundry, a combination for 6 hours. Hey, that's still pretty close to that 50-50 ratio, right? So maybe you did like 50% of sitting and 40% of moving around. That's actually almost perfect. So try to get as much as possible to that 50-50 split. That's the key. And do not divide your body into different workouts. Like, I know, like, bodybuilders and a lot of people tell you, hey, today I'm just doing chest and back. Yeah, that's good for someone that's trying to build muscle, but for someone that's like obese or fat or really overweight, that's not that good. It's better than nothing, yes. I mean, it's better to work out than not to work out, but you should do all those muscles. I'm going to repeat myself again: legs, chest, back, shoulders, and abs, and maybe like trapezoids, your neck muscles. If you're a guy, you should work your trap muscles. If you're a female, you should, but if you like do too much weight, you're gonna have like these traps popping out of your neck. That's not really not really sexy, like, to have big traps on women, in my opinion. But I'm saying, so you should do all those muscle groups in one workout, in one day, in one workout. Again, legs, chest, back, shoulders, and abs, in that order. You always start with the big muscle groups and you work your way down to the small muscle groups. Because if you do your small muscle groups first, then you're going to get tired and you won't be able to work out your major or the bigger muscle groups. Also, if you're overweight and you're trying to lose weight, forget working out biceps, triceps, calves. Forget about working out the small muscles, because the small muscles are just assisting muscles of the big muscles. So, for example, when you work your chest or shoulders, you're working your triceps and biceps at the same time because they are connected. So there's no point working your triceps if you did your chest or shoulders. For the same thing, if you did rows or like pull-ups and chin-ups, there's no point doing biceps, because when you do your chin-ups and pull-ups, you already did your biceps and back in one motion. So there's no point of doing that. When you did your cable rows or your one-handed dumbbell rows, you did your biceps and your whole arm and your back at the same time. So there's no point wasting time working small muscles, because if you only work out small muscles, you're going to have small results, right? Because those are very small muscles. They don't burn that many calories. So the way how to lose weight is you have to work out the big muscle groups to burn as many calories as you can. So that's the key. And you don't want to work out every day, because when you're doing a total body workout, which is those 5 muscle groups, your body will get tired, and at first you're going to get really sore. So you want to wait for that soreness to go away. It might take you 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. And in between, when you have the muscle soreness, you should just be doing cardio, every day for like 1 to 2 hours of cardio. And once that soreness goes away, then you could go back and do that workout again to hit those 5 muscle groups, right? So that's the key of losing weight. And I hope this works. Just try this workout. I guarantee it's going to work. I trained hundreds of clients in my lifetime, working as a personal trainer in all kinds of gyms and corporate gyms in the United States. So I know what I'm talking about. If you don't believe me, just try it for yourself. And yeah, it's going to work. Just total body workout, follow the diet. Also, make sure to sleep 8 hours to 9 hours a day, because you have to get proper sleep to rest from these workouts. If you're not sleeping correctly and not eating correctly and not working out correctly, you're not going to achieve your goal. You're just going to mess up your heart, and because your heart, believe it or not, it also has to rest. So that's the key. So I hope this helps. Thank you for watching. Everyone stay safe, and don't forget to exercise, eat your vegetables, your fruits, and rest and get enough sleep, and take care, everyone.